Good afternoon, it's Hiker Dude Dad, and I'm here at Conewago Falls on the Susquehanna River. This is the lowest I've ever seen the river. It is at 3.15 feet at Harrisburg. There's going to be plenty to explore here, even if you've seen my videos from here before. Let's go. So right off the bat, if you ever had any thoughts about the power of water, look how this boulder just split in half and opened. So Conewago Falls, whole bunch of boulders stretching for miles up the river here, and the best time to explore them is right now when the water is low. See somebody way out there on the rocks. You can almost, I should think, almost be able to walk across the river at this point. This is the lowest I've ever seen. Got a big pool of pretty stagnant water here. Starting to get up into the area with some of the bigger rocks and the potholes. Potholes formed here just from swirling river rock over the years. The river water would swirl with little pebbles and eventually drill down, leave rounded basins. You can kind of see here, start of one. But fascinating place. Okay, we got all these little green swamps here that we'll have to negotiate, but fascinating place to explore anytime, but especially when the river's low. Here we have almost a perfectly spherical pothole. You can see it compared to my hand, but you can see all the rocks and everything that have accumulated inside of it after basically sandblasting it out. See a great looking pothole right over here. There you go, you can see all the way down in here. See all the debris at the bottom that's left after it's scrubbed out. Just an absolutely gigantic rock. Have to get back here to see some of the scale of this, but like all of this was turned and washed, and it just funneled like down into this area. And you got your shells down there and everything else, but almost perfect, perfectly round, just absolutely smooth sides of these potholes. Took thousands and thousands of years to do this. Here in this section, you can see a pothole that's swirled there, and then look at all these edges are basically swirled out from potholes. Everything is rounded. You can tell a lot of stuff here has been churning, spinning, throwing dead wood here in this space. The lowest rocks, try and find one then. The lowest rocks are like over there, that light brown, light tan. They're just coated with dried mud. So I'm trying not to get my feet wet at all, because as soon as it touches that dry mud, as I know from Big Indian Island, that dry mud will turn wet in a second and be treacherously slippery. But man, all these scalloped edges are where erosion from these potholes and swirling took place. Again, the power of water. You got this big pothole and it caught a big rock. So did this. Those big rocks were being moved by the river, settled in there. Still some water in this one. Oh, I can't even budge that with one hand. Can't even budge it. So across the way is the York Haven Dam that kind of runs at an angle along a natural rock shelf up and across the river, but you can see there is some flow there over the spillway. Got a pair of potholes right there. Who knows, over the course of time they could eventually merge if they erode more. Tell you what, it is a beautiful day out here. It is November 4th, and yeah, it's about 65 degrees. It is wonderful. I'm sure the water is pretty cold, but not a bad day to get out here. I was worried about the slippery mud on the rocks before, and I did take one small fall back there, attributed to a leaf, because it is fall. So a leaf on the rock and everything else. So just watch your footing out here. But look at these big piles that we're going to get to, and just, my God, just how far you can walk up there on the rocks. Out there, who knows? It looks like you can maybe get across. I want to check that out. I want to get up at least that far, see if there's a way over. See, these rocks most of the year are covered. All the little waves, potholes starting. When they caught a big rock. here. It's just all over with potholes. It's amazing. Alright, I have not seen any of this before. This is definitely some of the best pothole action that I've seen here. Probably freshly exposed. Try and walk out here. There's one where we've got like a tunnel through there. I'm gonna use my hands and make it over there. Take you over here, check this one out. And then this comes down and through. Hello? Nice little echo down in there too. So that's eroded all the way down and through in like a perfectly rounded tunnel. And just the crazy shapes of these rocks coming out of the water over here. There's my kayaker friends, the guy in the pedal kayak took that Mylar balloon out of the river. That was fantastic. I applauded his effort. Didn't want that sitting in here. Not many large formations here, but look at this rock that's like filling in. It's just been worked on by that rock, worked on by that rock, and they've just made their own little beds inside this massive piece. This is awesome. Right out here looks like I can get pretty far out there. I'm gonna give that a shot. The waterfall through there. It's wild. This is wild. Alright, so I've come out here pretty far, safely. Probably go a little more here. Here. Got a little problem over there. We got some bigger flow over there. I think I could go out to there. I am terribly content though to stay right here, doing it by myself. I think the closest I've ever been to the York Haven Dam. The farthest out I've been on Conewago Falls. This is fantastic. potholes all the way down to the riverbed. All the way down to the riverbed they've drilled. There's another one. So amazingly beautiful. So a little bonus here from the launch up there. I walked south because I saw somebody out at that electrical wire pier. Saw somebody out there fishing earlier. So I walked down here thinking I could get across. And there's definitely right there a big gap. Kind of sizable here. I think that can be done on stones, but out there there's definitely a gap, so I'm gonna say that he had waders. Thanks a lot for coming out with me today. This was Conewago Falls at the lowest water point that I've ever seen, and there is no rain in sight. It's beginning of November, there's no rain in sight. It may get even better than this, so I may be back, but if not, check out other videos of mine, like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. We will see you next time. Thanks for coming along.